Hello and welcome back to Teal House Farm. It's another kind of maybe rainy day, I don't know. We've had, after not raining for like months, it's rained 3 times this week. Whoops, I dropped the camera. Which has been great for my garden. I kind of want to show you how those plants are going. I also want to show you something that the kids are super excited about. So anyway, just come along with us for the morning and we'll show you what's going on. What's wrong, Pat? Are they climbing the tree? Let's go see. So since we moved the geese and the ducks, they now have their climbing tree back. Where's Ivy? Oh, you're way up there.
I'm trying to get up. How high am I?
Hi.
My boot was stuck.
JJ, are you still in your jammies?
Yeah. Annie, can you bar? I'm so high. Ow! Just got stuck in my hand. JJ, come on. Coming up. I was on this one. Here, just sit on this one. No, get up on that. How do I get down? I'll show you. No. It's so beautiful. In a way. No, I'm just looking at the pretty view for a second. Ready? Maybe I can get a little higher. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a little bit higher. How am I? I'm down. Hi, Pat Pat. Mommy, I hurt my hand. Ivy. What? Remember when we were making courthouse? Let's do that.
All right, I grabbed some helpers who are too little to climb trees and they helped me hang up these diapers. It looks like it's gonna rain today, or at least this morning, but I just call that nature's free rinse. And then when the sun comes out, it'll bleach and sanitize the diapers. So we'll just get them hung up first thing this morning and let nature do its thing all day. I love using this collapsible type laundry tote over your traditional plastic laundry basket. It doesn't break and splinter. It's lasted me several years. And I can wash it when it gets dirty and I can hang it on the line to dry. It's great, so highly recommend. Plus it collapses and I can store it anywhere. I don't have a basket on my floor. The garden is looking really good. It's loving all this rain we've been getting and I'm impressed how well some of these plants have done. We accidentally killed my one squash plant though, but that's all right. Everything else is doing really well. The kids got a little overzealous in their digging and it went down. The kale has like doubled in size since we planted it last week, and even these tomatoes that I thought were goners have rejuvenated since being planted. The peppers are nice and green now, where before they looked really wilted because they were still pot bound. The squash plant is starting to vine everywhere. The green onions, I still don't think they're really gonna do much. It's just the wrong season, but I put them in there anyway. At least we can eat the tops off of them. And then the Brussels sprouts haven't really grown. I think these guys aren't going to end up making it, but we'll see what happens. And the broccoli is really starting to just double in size from when we put it in the ground. I do want to clean up some of our mess. So we did potatoes and tires earlier this year and we're done with that. So we need to move the tires back where they go.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'm not going to lift anything heavy. We're just going to roll them back around the corner so they're out of the way for when Sam mows.
What happened?
We also have to finish morning chores, right, Nanny Banani? Since we homeschool, so everyone's home all day, we do chores 3 times a day, just quick chores. And they're on a rotation. It's just a list on the fridge. So somebody always has dishes. Somebody always has to sweep or vacuum the living room. Somebody always has to pick up the kitchen table, things like that. And then we get working on more school and the little guys play with some toys to keep them out of the way and keep them busy while we're trying to get some school done. I think I'm gonna make a switch here with their schooling. So I did a video last week talking about the books I was going to order for school. And the girls have been using Math-U-See for math, which has been fine for foundational math, but their prices have gone up, I feel like, considerably. And when I was looking at buying everything I needed, I couldn't find a lot of the things used. So it was going to be like $100 a kid for math, and that's just way too much, especially considering that these are math books. These are black and white math books. It is the most basic math curriculum ever. It's good, like it's foundationally strong, but it's not exciting, it's not color, you know, there's no reason for it to be that expensive. So I did some researching yesterday and asked some people, and so I think we're going to try switching the girls over to, at least the elementary age ones, over to the Good and the Beautiful, which is a much more exciting looking math book, and it also covers more topics per grade level than Math-U-See. So I feel like they get a better, hopefully a more well-rounded math education. So today, though, our task is we need to take their pre-test. Since math curriculums are similar, but they aren't always in the same order, we want to make sure we order the right level to make sure nobody's getting anything that's too hard for them. So like what I'm thinking for Micah, she's in 5th grade this year, but I think she's going to need to do the first part of level 4 of Good and Beautiful, and then the second part of the 5th grade in the spring, because Math-U-See, the way it matches up, they kind of did half of 4 and half of what's 5 in the Good and Beautiful last year in 4th grade, and so now we're kind of doing the other half of 4th and 5th, and then by the time she's in 6th grade, she'll just be in the 6th book. But we're going to do those pre-tests and see how the girls line up to make sure we order. The really neat thing with the Good and the Beautiful is that their math is all free. But I'm actually going to go ahead and buy their books because you can download their books for free and print them, but because they're very colorful and I do not have an economical printer, it's going to cost me more money to print these myself than it is to just buy the books. And I did look at printing them through the Homeschool printing company, which is what we use for everything, but because these are color and I want them in color, the cost it's the same basically. It's going to cost me $30 to buy and ship from them. It's going to cost me $30 to have printed and shipped from Homeschool printing company, so we're just going to buy it direct from this company, but we're going to go ahead and see how everybody lines up on their pre-tests. I also think this will generally be better for Annie because it is more colorful and it seems to have more hands-on. So Math-U-See, actually it's hands-on because you have the manipulatives, which are the little math blocks, so it's very visually and kinesthetic type math, but I feel like the Good and the Beautiful, looking through their book, it alters up the type of math problems you're doing, you know, word problems, listening problems, hand counting math problems, and so you get more variety, where one of my concerns with Math-U-See for Annie and her special learning needs is since it was all black and white and just repetition of the same, if she didn't get something, they don't really present another way to try to do it. I felt like we might get stuck and then be really stuck. And so maybe this with more variety, it's going to give us other options if she's stuck. Okay, we're cleaning up, getting ready for lunch, and then we have a busy day ahead. Oh my gosh, look at my list for today in my planner. It's like full. And not only that, but it's like the busiest cleaning day of the planner too. So got a lot of things I want to knock out though. My goal this week really is to make sure. Is to make sure everything in my planner gets checked off, because first trimester I just couldn't do it. You just accept that you can't do it all, but the house needs to be caught up and things need to be clean. I haven't been getting clean, so we're going to get it done this week. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.